is Robin Imok, and I will be discussing unethical business practices, specifically with Amazon and their mistreatment of employees. We all know Amazon for their internet marketplace dominance and impressive business model, but what most of us do not know is their unethical behaviors that happen behind the scenes. Over the past years, Amazon has developed a reputation for getting every bit of work out of their employees, no matter the consequence. One of the worst unethical behaviors that they've committed has been their mistreatment of employees, especially in Amazon fulfillment centers and factories. An example of this is when about 15 workers collapsed in a warehouse when temperatures reached about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Supervisors and managers did not want to open doors or windows out of fear of theft from employees. They're also denied overtime pay. Money is missing from their paychecks often. Employees that are sick are punished for not working, and employees have been said to not been able to sleep for many days due to high work demands. These actions ignore the principle of beneficence. These violations have financial consequences because of the many lawsuits that Amazon faces, and social consequences because of media backlash. Ignoring ethics is unacceptable. Jeff Bezos and Amazon ignored the common good and virtue approach to ethics. Ignoring these rules causes harm to others, which is never okay. A solution to this can be to unionize. Unionizing can improve workplace safety, improve wages and benefits. Another way to improve this is workplace safety by using tech in factories that limit physical labor of employees and implementing virtual workplaces so sick employees can still work from home when sick. An example of an ethical company would be Google. They're known for their incredible treatment of employees and their ability to keep them happy throughout the years. Some examples of Google being ethical to employees is holding parties for employees and taking them on trips to boost morale. Also holding forums every Friday where workers can talk one-on-one with the CEOs of the company directly. They also provide gyms, courts, and sport parks. They also give 3 meals a day to employees, as well as higher pay, greater benefits, 401k, bonuses, and even more. Overall, it's important to be an ethical company because without ethics, you harm others, and that's never okay. It's also generally bad for business.
As described by Robin, Amazon isn't shy of exploiting their workers. They're also not shy of exploiting their buyers and sellers. They exploit their buyers through what they call convenience. By this, they use an algorithm or data of their customers' searches and purchases, through which they direct these customers to products from Amazon or third-party sellers who pay Amazon to advertise their product. Research conducted by ProPublica discovered that Amazon takes products by price and shipping. They rank them by price and shipping, and exclude the shipping costs when showing potential customers, which drags that customer into that product, and to Amazon, they hope that that customer buys it. But when they get to the actual product, the shipping is added, and the customer sees that the product is more expensive. And in a last-ditch effort, Amazon uses the Amazon buy box, which is where you check out, basically. You buy your product. And they do this by adding other suggestions to other products by Amazon or the third-party seller that the customer can buy. The problem with this is it minimizes the product, first of all. The third-party sellers who aren't paying Amazon to advertise their product, they don't get the outreach that the other third-party sellers get who are paying them. It also is going to cost the customer more money, the consumer more money, because they're buying these products that Amazon is advertising, which they're going to have to pay more for. Amazon exploits sellers because, like I was telling you, they have that pay to advertise. Well, that pay for advertisement is called the FBA, or the Fulfillment by Amazon, which third-party sellers can pay Amazon to advertise their product. Well, what also is included in the FBA is Amazon asks the third-party seller to send their product to Amazon, where Amazon holds the product for them, and then when a purchase is made, Amazon will ship the product for them. This means that sellers that don't give Amazon their money stand a less chance, or stand little to no chance, against the third-party seller that's giving Amazon their money. I mean, sellers already have to pay for fees like a monthly account fee, which ranges from $0 to $40. They also have a referral fee, which ranges to 6% to 20% of the product that's being sold. And they also have the shipping fee. And shipping fees can range depending on the item. Amazon also tries to take money away from the third-party sellers by having basically a monopoly. What they do is when Amazon has a particular product that's selling very well, they will find a third-party seller who's selling a product similar to Amazon's product that's selling very well, and they do their best to take it off of Amazon, basically. They remove the third-party seller who's basically their competition because it's their platform and they don't want competition on their own platform. This basically means that they're exploiting their sellers because if you're not giving Amazon all your money or basically a big cut of your money, Amazon will do their best to silence you. And if you're competition, Amazon will do their best to silence you. Thank you.
Jeff Bezos started Amazon.com in 1994 at his home in Seattle, Washington. He left his Wall Street job to start his own company. In the early 90s, he realized that there was an internet boom impending, and he started selling books online through his e-commerce platform called Amazon.com. Amazon was an instant success. Within just a few years, they were reaching millions of people and in all 50 states and 160 countries worldwide, bringing in almost $150 million in revenue in its first 3 years of operations in 1997. Amazon later ventured into music, apparel, and other goods, most recently its tech advancements such as Alexa. Amazon today has made Jeff Bezos the richest man in the world, surpassing both Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, being worth $131 million. Amazon strives itself on being customer receptive, almost to the point of being customer obsessed. They believe if they don't listen to their customers, they will fail instantly. Most recently, Amazon pulled in a $10 billion profit, up from just $3 billion the year. One Savvy Mother is a similar company to Amazon that behaves ethically and is a certified B Corporation. It is an online marketplace based in the state of Massachusetts. One Savvy Mother is a one-stop shop for all eco-friendly accessories. There are a retailer of fashion accessories such as scarves, hats, belts, and jewelry. They are all fresh styles that are eco-inspired. Their products are made from organic textiles, upcycled, vegan, handmade, or sustainable materials. One Savvy Mother makes huge strides to impact their community and uses eco-friendly materials. One Savvy Mother is a certified B Corporation. A B Corporation stands for Best Interest Corporation. There's strict guidelines and very strict process to become a B Corporation. B Corporations include a positive impact on society, their environment, their community, or its workers.
Hey, my name is Juno Sendejas, and I'll be talking about some of the ethical behaviors regarding Amazon and their taxes and their money. So in the past, Amazon has been exempt from paying a sales tax. Not only does this grant Amazon a price advantage and an advantage in their market, but it also affects the people as a whole. So in 2012, Amazon only paid sales taxes in 5 states. To give you an idea, in 1992, the Supreme Court actually mandated that a state was only required to take a sales tax if there was physical occupancy in that state. So that includes distribution centers, stores, etc. So therefore, in 2009 to 2014, Amazon actually decided to cut ties with some of their in-state businesses just to avoid paying the sales tax. Not only does this cut funds for public services such as education and public health care, but it also affects the people just because it does cut these funds and it affects how we benefit. Now, 2019 is going to be the second year that Amazon has paid $0 in federal taxes. That's right, Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar company that makes figures with many zeros and many commas, they'll be paying basically nothing. $0.0, that's what Amazon will be paying in their federal taxes. In 2017 alone, they made $5.6 billion, and of that, none of it was given to federal income taxes. Now, the federal corporate tax is about 35%, and from 2007 to 2015, all of Amazon's taxes were about 13%. I'm not talking about federal taxes, just federal taxes alone. This included the federal taxes, state taxes, local taxes, and foreign taxes, all adding up to about 13% versus just the federal corporate tax of 35%. Now, in 20 years of this company, Amazon has been granted subsidies of about $1.61 billion from the state and local government. Just alone from last year's tax refund, Amazon was granted $137 million from the federal government, and then this year they should be expecting $129 million. So after all of the taxes that Amazon does pay versus what they get back, Amazon will be paying a negative 1% federal tax rate. Again, this money could be used for our people, our society, other public services, but we're giving money like this to companies like Amazon. Now, to give an idea of kind of how to sum up how Amazon works, Amazon is looking for a second location to build their second headquarters, HQ2. This was a nationwide search that reached from the West Coast to the East Coast, as well as some of our central states, and states were desperate to get Amazon to come to them. For example, Maryland was willing to offer tax and infrastructure incentives of over $8.5 billion, with New Jersey following behind at $7 billion. The biggest competitor, though, I would have to say, was Long Island City. Now, there's several different parts to the plan that Long Island City was promising Amazon. The first is that they would be granting a $1.2 billion refundable tax credit, simply contingent upon Amazon creating 25,000 new jobs by the end of June 2028. Now, the state was also willing to grant a capital grant of $505 million just to reimburse Amazon for the cost of building these headquarters. In the city of New York, they have a program called the Relocation and Employment Assistance Program, and Amazon would have been exempt from paying a tax, and the money from that tax goes to that program. Now, this would have saved Amazon about $900 million just from this one program. So imagine how many programs Amazon would be avoiding paying taxes for, that they would be saving a lot more money in the state of New York. But why are cities willing to give up so much just for Amazon to come to them? Cities are willing to take a little percentage of a bigger company rather than a big percentage of a small company. So because Amazon is worth so much, they want to bring Amazon in, and they're willing to give them as many exceptions as possible as long as they can get a small cut of that business. Now, this is unfair to the businesses in the market as well as taking away from the people in society. Amazon is not a struggling company, and their CEO, Jeff Bezos, is one of the richest men in the world. So honestly, they don't need any of this money that we'd be granting them.